let's talk about Terence Crawford, man, aka Bud Crawford. You see in the video right here, it say Terence Crawford dances with his mom after stopping Sean Porter. You know, shout out to him, man. You know, that was a while back, but what I want to talk about is his relationship with his mother, man. It's weird because I never know too many other people who, you know, got famous in sports or whatever, and they mom just always in the limelight, always coming out saying something. It's almost like she the celebrity or something, you know what I'm saying? But here you got Terence Crawford dancing with his mom after a win. Let's watch that.
I think you are exactly correct. Look at the celebration with Miss Deborah and his family. He has his mom, Deborah.
You know, cool. She like a cool lady, you would think. But they also have a video of Terence and his mom talking about his upbringing, and man, this is some crazy stuff, man. It's crazy, but let's go and get right into it. You know, the title of the video is Terence Crawford shares the hardships he faced growing up without his dad. You know, typical story, another black male growing up without a father.
3169 Larimore Street. Take me.
It is. Got a whole street named after him, man. Hey, shout out to you, man. I ain't no hater.
That's where it all started at. Me going in the street, putting on the gloves, me fighting in the alleys. Just a typical bad kid running the neighborhood.
What did you say when he was born?
I remember he came out with his hands balled up. Son, the son I wanted. His dad said we got $1 million baby boy.
My dad used to tell my mom I was gonna be a world champ.
I told him he wouldn't be
Man, y'all hear that? She told her son he wasn't gonna be shit. Let's go back and let's rewind it.
My dad used to tell my mom I was gonna be a world champ.
I told him he wouldn't be
The dad said you got $1 million baby boy. I told him he ain't gonna be shit. What is that to say about your son, man? But this the same woman that was just dancing in the ring with him. You know what I'm saying? That's weird, bro. You know, this certain group of people is the only people. I ain't gonna say the name.
I'm not gonna say what race, what people.
A certain group of people, the only people that can treat their kids like nothing, bro. Talk about them like nothing. But once that kid grow up, still, you know, reap the benefits of their success that they don't deserve, bro.
Terence's father, your husband, shipped out. So now you're here with 3 kids. What was that like for you?
If Bud was around the corner fight.
The father just shipped out. Now you just here with 3 kids. I don't know what shipped out mean. I don't know what shipped out mean. You know what I'm saying? Was he shipped out to war or something? Like, what you mean by shipped out? But yeah, I don't blame him. If you just imagine you talking like that, your son ain't gonna be. Just imagine how she talked to him. Just imagine how toxic she is, man.
Terence's father, your husband, shipped out. So now you're here with 3 kids. What was that like for you?
If Bud was around the corner fight, somebody gonna come and tell me. I'll go around and get him, snatch him up, and bring him home.
And
he know what time it was.
he got whooping.
He sure did.
Oh man. But you know, that's the reality a lot of us had to face growing up, man. Like, I had the same thing happen to me. I remember my folks telling me, because I used to get bullied, right? They told me, you go to school, you don't let nobody pick on you. You know what I'm saying? You can fight. Just make sure you let us know that, you know, what happened and that you were sticking up for yourself. Okay, I go to school, get into a fight, sticking up for myself, because like I said, I used to get bullied, got suspended, got home, they whooped my. You just told me to go and fight these people that's bullying me. I go fight them, and now you still whoop my. But yeah, they do like that, man.
What kind of whooping?
Ass whooping with a belt.
Tell me about Deborah and Terence. It's a complicated relationship. Man, you know,
I don't know what's they obsession with just beating the hell out of young boys, man. You know what I'm saying? They really like to whip kids. It ain't no talking, no trying to figure out what happened, none of that. He's just straight up, you getting your ass whooped. It's like it's therapeutic for them. They get to take out their anger on somebody else and it's no repercussions.
She has her own ways to motivate her son.
That's
She has
not
her own way
motivation.
of loving her son.
That's not motivation, and that's not love, bro. I hate that a lot of black men do that, man. Y'all have the worst type of upbringings. Mother was straight up abusive, father was abusive, whatever. No, I'm gonna just say that the mother at this point, because like he said, he ain't have his father, and a lot of black men don't be having their fathers around. But they'll do the worst things in the world to you, man, and you'll turn around and say something like that. It was just a way of showing love. It was just a way of motivating. Wow, that ain't motivation, homie. That is not motivation. And when y'all don't call that shit out, it keeps happening.
But they love each other, man. They're two peas in a pot together. You kept telling them, "Oh, you're never going to amount to anything." Did you really believe it?
Crazy,
Something
man.
that I said to him, I wanted him to be a man. And don't be afraid of no.
You wanted him to be a man by telling him he'll never amount to nothing, bro. And this is how they is, bro. This is how a lot of black mothers is, bro. Like I remember my mama telling me, "I'm gonna give you the rope for you to hang yourself with." I'm like, didn't I just kill itself by hanging itself not too long ago? Cause that when I was a kid, there was a kid that killed itself by hanging itself. And at the same time, I had just learned about slavery. They getting hung, lynched and with ropes. And then you come in my room and you tell me, "I'm gonna give you enough rope to hang yourself." And I'm like, damn, why would you say something like that to me? Your child, your black child, you know what I'm saying? And she'll probably have that same logic. It was for you to be a man. Telling your son he ain't gonna never amount to shit ain't gonna teach him to be a man and to not be afraid of nobody. It's like you was really the biggest bully in this man's life. Like looking at what she said and the type of person she was in his life, judging by what I'm seeing, she was like the biggest bully in his life. She is probably the reason why he became what he is. This guy that felt like he needed to fight so much. Look at who he had to fight all his life growing up, behind closed doors.
Nobody.
That's a hard lesson to learn. You're 12, 13.
Yeah, but he had to learn it.
How'd that make you feel?
It filled me with rage.
I bet it did.
And every time I stepped foot in the ring or anything that I ever did, I just wanted to win so bad so I can prove a point to her.
How'd you think he'd do?
That's crazy.
He did good because he was around here beating up everybody in the neighborhood. I paid the kids, I said, if y'all can whoop Bud, I give y'all $10 a piece. Couldn't none whoop him.
Hey, the kids. Bro, that's so wild, man. That's some, like your mama was so, oh, God. Your mama went out and paid people to go to, she said, okay, here go $10. I give you $10 a piece if you can go beat my son up. And then they still lost. That's crazy, bro. It can't be the same Up dancing with you in the ring.
You are exactly correct. Look at this.
Man, ain't no way, bro.
You went out on the street,
Yeah,
what's now Bud Crawford Street,
yeah.
and
The kids
offered
in the
$10 to anyone who can kick my son's
Yeah,
butt.
yep.
And a lot of takers.
Man, that show you right there, bro. See, I be listening to Simon Sotomayor. I be listening to a lot of people that talk about the dynamics in the black community, right? And when people talk about the hatred that a lot of black kids get from their mothers, man, it gets overlooked. People overlook that because they feel like a certain group of people, I ain't gonna say no names,
I'm not going to say what race, what people.
they can't do no wrong. They feel like they can do no wrong, bro. And these are the people just straight up abusing these kids, bro. They destroying them mentally. And it's like they kid like main up. they child, especially they black son. It's like they want other people in the world to go against their own son. And this is why she paid people to beat her son up. She want people to go against him because she don't like her son. She don't like her son because you remind me of your father, or you remind me of the reason why I can't have this and that in life. I'm stuck with this responsibility, so I hate you, and I'm gonna make the world hate you too.
Yeah,
No one
kids
can
in
do
the
it.
neighborhood. Couldn't nobody whoop him.
What did he tell you then?
He told you, Mom, I told you I'm the best.
I remember feeling that way too when I was younger. It's like, I feel like my mother was putting so many things in my path to try to hinder me, right? And I would overcome that shit. And I couldn't wait to like put it back in her face like, yeah, you thought that was gonna take me out, right? Nah. I'm him. Feel like Kevin Gates, I'm him. Nah, that ain't gonna stop me.
What came first, the mean or the talent?
I think the mean came first. When I first started boxing, I just kept fighting. I couldn't box. All my coaches was like, he got heart. He ain't scared of nothing, he can fight. That's when they started teaching me technique.
Man, my fuck with dude, man. Tell you the truth, bro. It like we kind of got the same story, except, you know what I'm saying? My folks ain't paid nobody to come whoop my ass, but I wanted to be a boxer myself growing up, but I never had nobody to put me in no ring, man. I ain't know which way to go for the pursue that dream, but I'm glad he got this outlet that he got. I'm glad that he found his outlet to let his pain out, and somebody believed in him. And now look, he got a whole street named after him, man. So salute to him.
Technique and the art of boxing.
A good deal of what you remember in your childhood was you getting whooped all the time by your mom.
Man, that's
Getting kicked out of school and doing bad things. I think getting whooped, that just made me immune to pain.
Man, that's it. Man, we got the same story, bro. I used to get whooped all the time too. Bro, I'm telling you, I used to get whooped all the time, man. But I remember cleaning up my mama's whole room, right? I cleaned up her whole room, made sure it was spotless. I cleaned the closet, everything. Swept, organized everything. And I did that because I would hope to I would try to be a people pleaser, right? Because I used to get tired of being whooped. It's like, it ain't nothing I can do. At least I can try to please them in some type of way so I don't get my ass whooped. And I knew at a young age that if she had a bad day at work, if them white folks give her a bad day at work, I'm gonna have a bad day when she come home. You know, I'm gonna get my ass whooped for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? So I used to clean up the whole house just so she won't have a reason to come home and want to whoop my ass. You know what I'm saying? And so I used to get whooped for anything, bro. So I feel that. And it's just like when he's saying it made him immune to pain, I feel that too. I used to get bullied. It got to a point, I ain't even care about being bullied no more, bro. Cause it's like, I'm gonna get my ass whooped at school, then I'm gonna come home and get my ass whooped too. It's like, fuck it. Like, it is what it is. I just start fighting. I start fighting everybody. I turned into a big fighter. Started getting suspended. Like, every time I went to school, I would go to school for about a week. Get into a fight, get suspended for a week or a week and a half. Come back to school for a few days, boom, suspended again. I don't understand what he mean by that, bro. It made him immune to pain, and it made him just desensitized to violence, just like it did me.
Explain that to me.
Well, I was always getting in trouble, so I was always getting a whooping for something.
He's just like, f it.
At a point in time, it just came numb to me. Well, it ain't gonna hurt. It ain't nothing but a belt or something.
First time it hurt though.
Yeah, I was a little kid.
When he talking about getting whooped, see, a lot of people don't know your version of getting whooped might be different from his version of getting whooped. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about getting whooped, you might get hit, spanked a few times, and you know, you cry a little bit and go to bed. When he got whooped, she was probably leaving welts behind. She was probably, like, that belt was probably cutting into him. Like, she was probably really putting pain on this man. That probably really messed with him mentally. Like, he felt like his back was against the wall. He ain't had nobody. And that's what made him become the boxer that he is. You know, his back up against the wall. It's all on him. He got to take that pain and he got to keep going. That been his life since he was a kid. Take the pain, keep moving.
Point the whooping stopped.
Yeah, I wasn't having all that.
He was 13 when he said, Mom, you're not gonna whoop me no more. He took the belt from me.
Grabbed the belt and told her, you ain't about to hit me no more. All that's out the window. I ain't getting whooped no more.
Bro, I did the same thing, man. I promise you, we the same. We the same people. I got the same story. I used to get whooped so fucking much, bro. I remember my stepdaddy came home, and I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know, like I say, I used to get whooped just because they had a bad day at work. He came home, he came in my room, he had a belt in his hand. I'm looking at him like, what the f? He ain't say nothing to me. He just woke up looking at me crazy, and he swing the belt. And I said, I reached up, grabbed it. I grabbed his hand, I grabbed the belt, and I'm looking at him like, nah. I ain't say nothing, but you can see it in my eyes like, bro, this ain't, I'm getting older now. I think I was about 13, about the same age, about 13 or 14. I'm like, bro, this can't keep happening. You can't keep just coming in here and just whipping me for no reason like that. Like, you gotta at least give me a reason, you feel me? He looked at me and he just nodded his head. And then he walked out. You know what I'm saying? So they knew that shit was wrong. And just like his mama, she know that shit was wrong. She probably just left his ass alone. Like, damn, okay, he growing up now. He a man now. Let me stop. Or you get a whooping my ass.
Did that change you?
No, I think I got more respect, you know, from my mom.
You once told me I was fighting for her approval, for her to tell me she was proud or happy, but she never would, so I stayed angry. Explain that to me.
That's crazy.
She always telling you you're gonna lose, or you're not good enough, or you're gonna get your ass kicked, or
Bro, why would you say
It's
that?
like, okay. When I win this tournament, she gonna say congratulations, or good job, or I'm proud of you. But it never happened.
What he remembers is all those years.
That's
wanting
crazy,
you to
man.
say,
I love you.
yes.
And you know that. And you know he was looking for your approval and your love. That's crazy, bro.
I grew up not liking the word. Why? I don't know. Never liked the hugs growing up as a kid.
She said love is pain. Her support was in a different type of way, you know, it was in a negative way, but
That's
when I
crazy.
got older, I noticed.
Basically, she was Palpatine and he was Darth Maul. Basically.
Pushed me to be great.
You still trying to prove something to your mom?
No, I think I already did all that. I proved stuff to myself now.
Prove it to
You're a father
yourself,
of
bro.
5. You never miss a game, an appointment, any of that, even when you're here in camp. Why?
That's my responsibility, is to be there as their father. You can't get those moments back. When my child grow up, they gonna always remember, yeah, dad was always in training camp, dad was always on the road with boxing and the events, but dad ain't never missed no birthday, dad ain't never missed anything important.
Salute
Dad
to
was
you,
always
man.
there. And that's what they're gonna always remember.
Your mom ever tell you?
It's crazy. It's always the men that when they was boys, they never had no father figure that grew up to be the best father figures. Like I said, salute them.
Would you be Terence Crawford, the champion we know, if it weren't for that dynamic with you and your mom?
I think she just put the little extra fire, you know, on top of the fire that I already had.
You made him champion.
He made himself champion. I'm just
At least she
proud
acknowledged that.
because he's my son.
Proud because he rich. He done bought you a new car or something, paying your bills. But yeah, that's wild, man. At least she acknowledged that she wasn't no good mother though, bro. Because, you know, a lot of people like her in our community, in the black community, they don't like to acknowledge that. They just want you to grow with that pain. Just let that pain be a part of your life and never acknowledge where the pain come from and let it slowly eat you up. And they don't like for you to point a finger at them and let the world know, this is what this person did to me. This is what this person created out of me. Like when I was like fighting and all that when I was younger, there was a product of me being abused in the household, man. It was a lot of anger I had inside of me. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to be a boxer too. I think I had a hell of a right hook, but I probably get Terence running for his money. It created a lot of hate and animosity inside of me, you know what I'm saying? At least he didn't go that route in the streets where he ended up taking his hate and his pain out on another brother in the streets by shooting him or whatever. So, you know, some that end him in jail and he end up locked up and not being able to beat up for his kids. At least he channeled that and put it to good use, man.